In this video, I want us to have a look at some sentiments made by Antony Kibagendi, Kitutu Chache South Member of Parliament, a constituency in Kisii County. Before we listen to Antony Kibagendi, let me start by saying this. Kenyans normally do forget things very fast. Today, they are cursing you. Tomorrow, they will be blessing you, or vice versa. They normally do forget things very, very fast. The dirtier you are in Kenya, the more likely Kenyans will elect you into a public office. The cleaner you are, chances are very high Kenyans will reject you at the ballot. That's the unfortunate bit about Kenyans. They don't want clean people. They prefer voting for those who have looted from them. Thieves, rapists. Those are the individuals Kenyans normally love voting for. I don't know whether the trend will change in 2027. Let's now listen to these brief remarks by Antony Kagendi before we proceed. Listen to this.
What am I saying? Tusukume Matiang'i wetu mpaka mwisho, atoke hata na kama kura 900 alafu aende akae kwa meza anegotiate na hao watu. But I want to tell you,
yes, that's Antony Kagendi, an ODM member of parliament. Kibagendi is saying, tusukume Matiang'i wetu mpaka mwisho, atoke hata na kama kura 900 alafu aende akae kwa meza anegotiate na hawa watu. Kibagendi is saying, let's push our Matiang'i. Maybe he can get at least 900,000 votes. After that, he can negotiate with the winner. That's what Kibagendi is saying. How has Kibagendi arrived at 900,000 votes? How has he come to that figure? If you look at Kisii County, Kisii County has 637,010 votes. That's Kisii County. Nyamira County has 323,283 votes. Total 960,293 votes. So the two Kisii counties, the two Omugusi counties, have totals of 960,293 votes. That's how Kibagendi has come to that figure of about 900,000 votes. So, according to Kibagendi, he's trying to tell the Omugusi community that they should all support Matiang'i. And should Matiang'i manage 900,000 votes, he will then negotiate with the winner of 2027 presidential election. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Antony Kagendi is reducing Matiang'i into a village or ethnic leader. Kibagendi thinks that Matiang'i can only get votes from the Kisii community because he is a Kisii. And that's the mentality that will push Kenyans into electing bad leaders. I honestly believe that Matiang'i is a leader who cuts across board. Matiang'i should not be reduced into a village leader who can only get votes from his Kisii ethnic community. Antony Kagendi is actually belittling Matiang'i. Does he care about Matiang'i winning the presidency? Kibagendi does not care at all about Matiang'i winning the presidency. What Kibagendi cares, he wants to use Matiang'i to win his Kitutu South parliamentary seat in 2027. He wants to use the ethnic card. He wants to be in the forefront of championing Matiang'i's presidency so that the Kisii community can see him as someone fighting for their favorite son. So Kibagendi just wants to use Matiang'i to win his parliamentary seat. Whether Matiang'i will fail or not, Kibagendi does not care. Kenyans should reject leaders such as Antony Kagendi. They are playing ethnic politics, village politics, where they mobilize Kenyans, they build emotions, and then communities end up voting leaders simply because of ethnic cards. Constituents of Kitutu Churches South should reject Antony Kagendi. If the only card is bringing on the table is the ethnic card, he should be rejected. Kitutu Churches South should look at Antony Kibagendi's track record as an MP, not as a noisemaker propagating an ethnic card. And normally politicians who have delivered nothing in their constituencies or in their counties, they normally use the ethnic card to whip emotions. Something tells me very strongly that Kibagendi might have done zero development in his constituency. So he's trying to use the ethnic card to whip emotions to get popularity. Kenyans should reject that. And also, if you look at those sentiments, Kibagendi is saying that after Matiang'i getting 900,000 votes, he will go negotiate na wale wengine. Na wale wengine, I mean, they'll negotiate with the person who will win the presidency. That also tells us that there is no difference, no much difference between those currently in government and those in the opposition. These are chips of the same pot. After 2027 presidential election, we will see them coming together and forming alliances. That's why it's important for Kenyans not to make the same mistakes they have been making in the previous elections. Don't vote for leaders because of their hate for other leaders. Look at leaders' track records. Vote a leader based on his or her track record. Don't vote for him or her because he knows how to abuse other leaders. After elections, they will all join hands and they'll be one team. So elect leaders who will be able to help you or to advance your agendas. If you hate Ruto, don't elect an opposition leader because you think he or she hates Ruto. They'll join hands, ladies and gentlemen. And from where I sit, Fred Matiang'i should avoid such leaders. These ethnic leaders, they will reduce Matiang'i into a village leader. And that brings us to the conclusion. Kenyans are more loyal to their ethnic political kingpins than to real leaders. And that's why Antony Kagendi is trying to use that ethnic card. He knows that Kenyans can pretend today that they love you, but when the ballot comes, they will look at their favorite ethnic politicians. And that trend should change. If Gen Zs can change that trend, then it will be far much better. But do we have Gen Zs in Kenya? I think we just have youths who are divided along ethnic and tribal lines. But if they can change the trend in 2027, then that will be something wonderful. In 2002, Nyachai scooped the entire Kisii votes. I don't know whether Matiang'i will also repeat the same feat in 2027. But the Kisi votes alone cannot make Matiang'i the president. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.